Hello, everybody. So normally we would have this as an activity for you to complete in class. That's why it does say use your transparency. For those of you that don't know, that's a very old school teaching thing that we had. That was just a clear piece of plastic that you could print on. But anyway, so instead, to kind of give you the idea, I'm going to go ahead and show you and do the extra rotations for you on the coordinate plane. So I've gone ahead and made my own version of the transparency, so which is right here is this object. Okay, so I just basically, I copied my pre-image here onto, made another one that we could go ahead and rotate. So I'm going to perform the different rotations, and what I ask you guys to do is to graph it on your notes and also record the final coordinate after that particular rotation, okay? And so when you're all done, we're going to make some observations about things that you notice. All right, so let's go ahead and start with 90 degrees counterclockwise. All right, I can see I've already given you the original point. So 90 degrees counterclockwise. So if you need to draw a clock in, right, 12:03, should have drawn a clock, but we're going to go to the left. The clock goes this way, goes around like this. So we're going to go to the left 90 degrees. And remember, our X and Y axes form a 90-degree angle. So if we go ahead and turn it until they line up one time, that will give us 90 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and turn it to the left. And so what I'm doing is I'm rotating around the origin because the turning point is here at the origin. All right. Okay, so when we go to label this, because we've gone through a transformation, now this is W prime, right? It has this prime mark, U prime, M prime. So when you are going and labeling, let me see if I can put this in here. Okay, we want to put a prime mark, and a prime mark. That lets us know that this figure has undergone one transformation. Okay, so make sure you put your prime marks in. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and do 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, so counterclockwise was to the left, one quadrant, and 90 degrees clockwise is going to be to the right, one quadrant, one turn. Almost did it. Okay. Go ahead and record. Again, graph it and record your points. Don't forget your prime symbol on your graph, right? Let me get it in here. Boop. It's not letting me do it. Hold on. Well, prime. It doesn't want to let me do it. I don't know why. It let me do it the first time, but you guys make sure you put your prime symbols in. All right, got that one? Okay, let's slide this back down here. All right, so then we're going to take a look at 270. Let me bring this back to the original. Okay. All right, 270 counterclockwise. Again, that's going to be to the left, and 270 is 3 turns, 3 90-degree turns. So we're going to go one turn. That's 90. Do another turn. That would be 180. And a third term would be 270. So again, put your prime marks on your graph and record your points. If you need to pause the video to get caught up, okay, you can pause this at any time. I'm going too fast for you. All right, now let's go 270 clockwise. Well, we've seen that it's 3 turns, so basically it's kind of like the reverse of a 90 degrees, right? In the opposite direction. So again, clockwise, we would go 1. That's 90 degrees clockwise. That's 180 degrees clockwise. And there we have 270 clockwise. So go ahead and record those. Again, when you're graphing it, don't forget your prime symbol on your new image. Oh, Oh, that is the wrong one. I didn't mean to turn that one. Okay. So, all right, the last one. Again, if you need to, go back, pause, do what you need to. I'm just trying to go through all of them. All right. So then we have 180 counterclockwise and 180 clockwise. So here we go. Counterclockwise is to the left. So that's going to be 2 turns to the left. That is 1. And that is 2. I just got to slide that over just a little bit. Go ahead and pause. Now be careful. Watch, this is still a W. Remember, it's turned. Okay. Don't forget your prime symbols and record your new points. All right, so if you need to, you can pause the video, go back, pause the video, and record that, and graph it. Don't forget to graph. We want to be able to see the visual as well as looking what happens to the coordinates. All right, now we're going to go clockwise. We went 2 turns to the left. Now we're going to go 2 turns to the right. There you go, 1. That's 90. And 180. So hopefully you see something happen there. Again, go ahead and graph it. Make sure you label your image with the prime symbols and record your points. All right. Now what I'm going to ask you guys to do is I want you to go back and I want you to take a look. Look at your, all right, you do want to make a comparison. How does the new coordinate relate to the pre-image coordinate? Like, is there a pattern there for 90 degrees counter, 270 counter, 180? Is there some sort of rule that you can establish? Then I want you to start taking a look at counterclockwise and clockwise, like take a look at the different types of turns. What other observations do you guys see? So again, in your observations, go ahead and I encourage you to find 3 things. First thing, what happens, can you find a rule for each type of turn? Okay, so a rule for 90 counterclockwise, a rule for a 270 counterclockwise, a rule for a 180. Is there some way that if I don't give you the picture to turn that you could figure out what the new coordinate is? The second thing I want you to take a look at is, are there any similarities between the turns? Okay, and then the third is just your final thoughts about anything regarding the rotations itself. So that's your game plan. So have that ready so we can discuss and develop our rules together.